Yeah. One. What the fuck?
Hey.
What the fuck?
Hey, how you doing? I knew I'd catch you. I knew I would catch you. You had a day on me.
He's Gorila, Rory.
Hay veces en que el acertijo se resuelve. Y tal vez no lo esperabas, lo ansiabas, pero no vislumbrabas la forma a través de la cual podías forzar la respuesta. Finalmente solo se trata de soltar y confiar en que todo aquello que has de dilucidar será simplemente en el momento oportuno. Y vaya, ¿qué aventura nos contará Gorila?
What the fuck? You are behind me.
I know, and I was like, I know she thinks I'm in front of her.
Of course.
Of
I
course.
thought you was almost on the border. For some
I'm sorry. I had some crazy shit.
What happened?
I have so many stories for
Tell
you.
me. I
Okay.
want to know everyone.
So that day I saw you last, right?
Yeah.
Did you meet a guy named Martin who had a messed up shoulder?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got to him and he was like, are you a doctor and all this stuff? And so I spent a while with him.
I know everything about you until
Okay.
the night on Pume.
Pumice Creek. Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to catch you. I did 40 miles.
40?
40 miles
But
from...
then we started the same place, didn't we?
No. Okay,
Yeah, it was crazy. But so that night, like when I met Martin, I went up to Pumice Creek, right?
Yeah.
And then I woke up pretty early in the morning
Yeah.
and like was trying to find somebody with a Garmin, you know,
Yeah.
to try and call it in. I met this older couple. They said they met you too,
Yeah.
because I saw them down in Sahikin. But they called it in, and it was like a whole thing, you know. And they got the helicopters and all this stuff. And then I kept going, and as I was hiking, I was so beat. I was so tired that day. I was
Yeah.
like dragging my feet, and there's the one with like 100 switchbacks.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I
yeah.
was just like, oh, fuck. And so I get to the top of that, and I meet a hiker, and this hiker's like, stuck it up my
He's like,
and he's like, I see this hiker, he's like, hey, you know what you should do? I was like talking to these like people who are marking trees and stuff. And they're like, you should go down the old PCT route, because the old PCT goes through this like old growth forest with some of the biggest trees. It'll be like the biggest trees you've seen on the whole trail. And I'm like, I love big trees. So
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, hell yeah. So I go down the old PCT, worst decision I made in my life. Like, even on the trip, I was like, I hope this isn't a bad decision. Like, I have a video saying that, you know? But the trees were magnificent. Like, best
It's by
best
Seattle
trees.
River or whatever. Like in that
Yeah,
area.
how do you pronounce it? It's like
Oh,
it's like
but you know what I
Seattle-ish
mean.
looking. Yeah. So that was where the problem happened, because like the trees were amazing, right? Best
Yeah.
part ever. But then you get down and the bridge is washed out.
Yeah.
And he had told me like, oh yeah, there's a river down there that you can cross it. He's like, if you've gone through the Sierras, it's no big deal. You might have to take your shoes off. So I'm imagining like, you know, Little Creek. That river was insane. It was like,
Really?
it was like this deep.
No.
And it was the strongest current.
Oh my
Like, I was
God.
trying to use a pole, like a stick,
Yeah.
to check how deep it was in front of me. And
Yeah.
I like kept losing poles, because it was just like, to put them in there, I'd be like fighting just to hold the stick.
Oh,
And
I
you
was
was
like-
completely alone there.
Well, I saw some people on the other side that were like not PCT hikers, but
Yeah.
some people, and they saw me in the situation, you know, and they see me like, because I got halfway across and there's like a bar in the middle, but then it was like, that was already terribly hard. And then the next part was even deeper and crazier. And I was just
Yeah.
like looking at them like, what do you think? And they're like, ah, you know? And then one guy was like, I crossed over here. And I was like, oh, you made it? He's like, yeah, but I don't have a pack, you know? And anyways, so I went for it, and I had my shoes tied right here,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The current was so strong and so deep that I got down to like right here,
Yeah.
and it ripped off my hip belt.
Oh my God.
So I lost
No.
a shoe. See, they're different.
Oh yeah.
So it was like crazy. All the things, right?
Yeah.
And then
It's pretty low percentage.
and then I'm
It's like a wilderness area.
so I'm kind of freaking out, and I'm like thinking like maybe I can cut my pad to the shape of my feet and like tie it to my feet, you know, and just use the pad on my feet. And
Yeah.
I'm like, no, that's not gonna work.
All right,
I gotta hike
okay.
barefoot. So I'm like, fuck. So I start hiking barefoot, and those people who had seen me,
Oh
they
my
were
God.
like, they were like, yo, where are you going towards? I was like, I gotta do like 50 miles to Stehekin barefoot now.
No,
I'm soaking
no.
wet. I just
Can
fucked
you
my
hear
life,
that?
And I almost died in this river. And the guy was like, he took pity on me. He was like, dude, I'm rocking my Chacos. I got some other shoes in my backpack. If you want them, you can like wear them. Just buy me some new ones. And I
Yeah.
was like, hell yeah, like anything's better than barefoot. And so he pulled them out, and they're like way too small, like a size and a half.
Oh my
You know what
god.
I mean? They're,
No,
like rock
pain.
climbing shoes where my toes.
Oh.
Like this. And I was like, I shove them on, and I still that night I did another like 7 miles because I couldn't stop anyways. I was sopping wet. And so
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it. And by the end of the night, I couldn't walk. I couldn't walk at all.
No.
Oh, and when I was in the water, I pulled my groin muscle. My muscle, like I pulled it trying to stay in the
Yeah.
water. So like since then I've been limping like all day today. I was like, dying.
Gorila.
But so then I'm like, okay, what are my options, right? I gotta either, and I only have food for the one day. So I'm like, I have to get to Stehekin, but I'm not gonna make it to the shuttle on time. No way.
No.
Like, there's no way. And so I was like, okay, I've heard that there's another town, Holden town. If I drop down to Holden, I'm good. So then I dropped down to Holden, and it's 12 miles.
Oh yeah, I know which town. Yeah.
And my feet are just killing me.
Killing you.
Killing
Yeah.
me. I get all the way down there, and like at some points I'm taking off the shoes and going barefoot again because it's just blisters and
Yeah.
it's so fucked.
My god.
And I don't have a water bottle, so I'm doing 12 miles, you know, and like so anyways, I get down to Holden, and I'm like dying, and there's a sign everywhere that say nobody allowed in. Nobody's allowed. No hikers, no one. So then I go and I like still go in, and I was like, hey guys, my mask, I cut it. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna kill you guys, but here's my crazy situation, like from the SOS.
Please help me. It's survival.
I called an SAR for someone this morning, and I needed one later. But anyways, they took pity on me, and they gave me like a little bit of food. He gave me like a loaf of bread and some like nuts, and then he pulled out these shoes, and they're my size. They're not like perfect at all, and they had no insoles.
No.
But I was like, whatever. So I grabbed the insoles from the other tiny shoes, put them in here.
Oh my god.
And then I had to hike, so I had to do an extra 12 again, going around to go back down to the ferry. And then the ferry wasn't until the next day, so it took me 2 more days. And then when I got there, I saw your thing in the register. And I
Yeah.
was like, shit, she's like 2 days ahead of me now.
Oh my god. You did it.
So I got to Stehekin, and I was like, right when I got there, I was like, when can I get out of here? And they're like, the last shuttle is leaving is the next one, and we'll get you at the trailhead at like 4:30 or something. And so I just like did my stuff real quick in town, got on the shuttle, started hiking at like 5. And then I went until like almost midnight last night.
Yeah.
And then I got to Rainy Pass. And then today I was like, oh my god.
Today.
And people were telling me all day today. Like I saw some people this morning, and they were like, oh yeah, she came by at like 8 o'clock last night. Fuck. Okay. And then it was like, I met someone later on in the day, and they were like, oh, I saw her this morning. I was like, oh, this morning. So she slept somewhere between here. That's how I knew you're at Cutthroat.
Yeah.
And then I was like, how many hours? And she was like, 3 hours in front. And I was like, okay. And so I did it, and I kept going. I was asking everybody, and they'd be like, 2 hours.
2 hours,
They'd be like,
yeah.
1 hour.
Yeah.
And the last guy I saw, he was like, maybe 45 minutes.
I got it. I got
My leg
this.
is so bad.
Oh my-
So I was just like,
Oh no. Give me a hug, please. Oh,
I
my
know.
friend.
it was a crazy 24 hours or 48 hours or whatever.
Ah, you need rest.
Yeah, I need to eat some food.
I'm so glad that finally, even that, we should finish together.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking the whole time. And I was really happy to hear you were hiking with
Yeah,
somebody today,
yeah.
Because I was thinking like, oh god, if she gets there solo to the border, it's so disappointing. You know, like I don't mind it because I kind of planned it from the beginning that way. But
Yeah.
I feel like the whole thing, like you need somebody there.
Yeah,
you
for
know?
me it's different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like such a different morale.
And I was it's the same story for me. I was asking to everyone on trail. I need to tell my story, but
Yeah,
we
yeah.
need to go to
Tell
some
me.
place to
Let's-
eat.
Let's make food.
Go to eat?
There's no water here, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Not that I'm aware of. Yeah,
I think it was like further up trail.
Yeah, there's a stream. I don't know if we can just go there to get the water.
Okay. You know, I could spend the night Under
there.
that,
I
under
know, right?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
You,
too.
you're gonna spend the night here. Why you gonna spend the night here? It's rainy.
I don't know.
It's
I don't
cold.
really want to go 31 tomorrow, particularly. I don't know.
I mean, we could still put
I'll
it
probably
a
just
couple
keep
hours
going.
tonight.
I don't know.
I
We'll
was
see.
thinking about my original plan, like if I didn't see you guys here, I was thinking like I'd get to here and probably make some coffee because I have enough water for like one thing, you know?
Yeah.
I'll make the coffee.
Yeah.
And go up to that stream, make food at the stream and keep going. But
It's
yeah, I don't know. I'm open to options.
Yeah.
Oh, really? That's kind of cool. It's exciting.
Of course, they charge you for it, I understand.
Oh, gotcha. It'd be worth it for the story. I've never been to Canada, so that'll be the closest I
thank
get.
you so much. You're so kind.
Stick a foot over real quick
Right.
before a mountain gets me.
Walk around the monument.
There you go. Exactly. See it from the backside real fast.
Yeah. And they're saying 50% chance of rain tonight.
Yeah, it's gonna be rain.
Pretty
No,
good winds, up to 30 miles an hour.
For sure.
And they can gust higher than that coming through the gaps.
For sure. Like Windy Gap.
Yeah.
Probably we could sleep here.
Yeah, we might sleep here.
We could sleep here maybe. Or no? No?
I don't know about that one.
No?
No.
Okay.
And do you know about tomorrow if it's going to be rainy in the next couple days or anything?
No, tonight.
The only one?
Yes, and I
Okay.
I can sleep.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make it work.
That
Yeah.
is supposed to warm up a little bit. You know, it was
Yeah.
32 degrees this morning.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
sleep with my
yeah,
filter.
actually it was
Yeah.
really cold.
It
That
was
night
frosty
I
where
didn't
was
sleep.
Too, yeah.
Last night I didn't sleep nothing. I was on the top of the mountain in the pass.
Yeah.
I didn't sleep.
Cutthroat, right? You were a cutthroat?
Yeah, yeah.
I figured it out from asking people.
Yeah.
I was like, she must have been around Cutthroat Pass. Yeah.
You're making good time then.
Oh, she crushes it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
La acordada reunida
Thank
otra vez. ¿Hasta cuándo? Si te percataste, es totalmente impredecible. Pues, incluso estando a un día de llegar a Canadá, no es factible aseverar que así será. Mejor, dejémoselo al destino. Pero mientras disfrutamos de la compañía, ¿existe algo más emocionante que compartir las anécdotas e intentar cuadrar la lógica de los sucesos?
Y el otro, el PCT, era en esa dirección. Entonces, corté por los árboles por un momento en esa parte para llegar hasta el PCT. Entonces, eso es lo que pensé, pero era el oposito. ¿El
oposito?
Oposito. Lo quiero decir otra vez. El opuesto, ¿no?
El opuesto, sí.
Era el opuesto de lo que me dijiste, de no entré a los árboles desde el PCT,
Sí,
fui
sí.
de los árboles al PCT.
Sí, no, yo te vi desde aquí mismo, o sea, acá estaba yo y tú estabas, no sé, en ese árbol probablemente.
Ah, tan cerca.
Sí, y entraste a los árboles. Fue tan raro.
Sí, eso no era mío.
Lo creí,
Sí, sí.
hasta que al día siguiente ya dormí con la fe de que al día siguiente iba a despertar nuevamente con las ganas de vivir y caminar y correr
Ganas de
50
vivir.
millas,
Oh.
porque ya había quedado 15
más
millas
atrás,
detrás de
sí.
ti.
Sí.
Entonces dije, mañana tengo que hacer 50, sí o sí. No sé cómo, pero tengo que hacer 50. Y decía, no puedo, sáquenme de
Demasiado.
aquí. Y al día
¿Cómo
siguiente,
hiciste?
no hice 50, hice 40. Desperté, dormí
Todavía.
súper bien ese día. A pesar de que había mucho viento, calentita, dormí bien. Desperté a las 6, salí y seguía mirando para atrás. Dije, no, así ya, imposible que venga. No creo que venga. Seguro está adelante. Por alguna razón, no sé, pero algo.
En ese momento
Claro.
entendiste que no era verdad.
Y empecé a andar súper rápido. De hecho, hice solo 2 detenciones de 20 minutos, donde tomé mi proteína, comí y
Eso
después...
es más como mi ritmo.
Sí, y empecé a tomar agua, dejé de filtrar agua. Porque ya para qué, si me da ya va a ser en 2 semanas más, voy a estar en casa.
Oh, no debes pensar como eso.
Sí, ya no importa.
No.
Y aparte que era tan rápido que dije, ya voy a tomar... Es mejor eso que no tomar agua, si antes no estaba tomando agua.
Metiste todo por la ventana.
Sí, Sí,
Lo que
todo.
sea.
y ese día, la primera persona con la... Gorila Today is the day.
¡Vamos ya casi! Ah, te escuchaba, estoy perdido, ¿dónde estás?